Start recording checkbox not checked. Live streaming you. Button done. Clickable tab analytics. Then stream settings. Button. No data. Clickable button edit. 0. Live. Button back. Blank. First actual stream with. Clickable button share. Blank. Clickable button live stream settings. Blank. Clickable button unavailable go live. Blank. Clickable menu button sub-menu account profile photo that opens list of alternate account. Blank. Clickable. Connect streaming software to start preview. Clickable button stream setup help. Title. First actual stream with real. Title. Clickable button stream setup. Clickable stream setup help. Clickable graphic ingestion settings. List with 4 items stream key paste in encoder edit read only protected 19 bullet. Clickable toggle button out press show. 10. Clickable toggle button 6. Stream key paste in encoder edit read only 6017K1E7 VIG 21PQ. Clickable toggle button press hide stream key. Stream key paste in encoder edit read only protected 19 bullet. Blank. Clickable toggle button press hide stream key. Stream key paste in encoder edit read only protected 19 bullet. Clickable toggle button press hide stream. 10. Stream key. Edit. Stream key paste in encoder edit read only. 6. List. Stream key paste. Clickable toggle button out press show stream key. Press 10. Stream. Desktop. Notification. Show desktop. Notification. Show desktop. Desktop. Stop. Task. Running app. Google Chrome. OBS Studio 64-bit to running Windows menu button sub-menu.
This usually takes 2 minutes, so later. Let's see what happens here. Come on, Donnie. Make it work. Come on now.
Notification chevron. Running Google OBS Studio. Task switcher list. OBS Studio 20. File out. Help out plus H. Tools out plus. Auto configuration wizard. Scripts. Output timer. Automatic scene switcher. Captions experiment. Netlink output. Auto configuration wizard. Help portal. Map out plus. Check for update. Crash reports. Log files out. Join Discord server out plus D. Visit website out. Join Discord server out plus D.
Alright, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, it appears we're live. Let's hope this stuff works.
Desktop list. OBS Studio 40 and 30. Running applications toolbar. OBS Studio. Google Chrome 1 running with. Live streaming you.
Okay. Here we go.
Clickable hide stream key toggle button pressed.
Let me see here. Alright, guys. It usually took 10 minutes to set this up. Sorry about this, but it appears we're live. Here we go. Let's make this work.
Clickable copy button. Desktop. Running application. Google OBS Studio. Google Chrome 1 running. OBS Studio. Desktop list. Team viewer 13.6. Tor browser 90 of. This PC 231.
Let's make this work. Hey guys. So this is my first actual stream with commentary.
Team viewer. Tor browser. This PC 231.
Sorry, my voice has to be a little bit low, but it's pretty early in the morning for me.
This PC.
You can only really do so much around here. Hopefully it's a nice
Desktop pro.
idea.
Document profile.
Could happen.
Item. Custom office. Clock bundle.
Here we go.
Items view list. Docs not selected.
Actual stream
Mindset. MUSH.
with commentary, bro. Commentary. What can you do? Should be fun.
MUSH plan. 6:27 AM. Welcome back, Mep. Opal roof shop dinner. This small round roof has slick opalescent silk walls that have been padded in a quilted fashion. A half-circle ebon wood lumber bench sits flush against the wall, and in front of it a round ebon wood lumber table sits. A large glass globe hangs low. Railroady pink. It will be yes. Are you making your way there? You stand up. You can't go that way. You head out. Oh. You head through a carved wood archway. You head off into a brief respite from the snowfall is followed by a flurry of snowflakes, and if the weather were redundant its efforts. You feel fully rested. Yes, the grate on is subtle yellow, about to head that way. Your hands are empty. You are wearing a small clear crystal pendant, a red cotton neckerchief, a leather-bound shoulder powder horn, a dense fur great cloak, a thick white wool shirt, a leather belt inscribed with tribal markings, a chocolate leather haft frog carrying a buffed river steel hand axe, a feathered suede poster, a leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings, a drawstring doeskin pouch, a pair of low-slung dark gray wool trousers, and a pair of checkered forest green cotton socks. A cowbell rises from the east. Snowflakes fall slowly and steadily to the earth. Snowflakes drift down lightly from the sky. A cloudy heads south. You head northwest. Prairie road out the... Wait 1 second before you are able to travel again. You head northwest. Prairie road. You head west. Rolling plains out WLDPLHLBRDT temperate. You also notice a crimson painted wooden stake and a freshly dug mine shaft. Obvious that. You feel fully rested. Your hands are empty. You remove enough slivers. You hunt around a bit, but don't find any prey. Railroady pink. Coming. I'm fairly far out, so it'll take me a bit to arrive there, but I'm on my way. The last of the snow on your person has fallen off. You find round there hiding here. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. Attack what? You prepare to engage in glorious battle. A round there's hiding spot is revealed by your action. Engage. You spring from hiding to attack. You attack a round there with your buffed river steel hand axe. Plus 5-star 93 hack damage to the head. Brutal strike cleaves the skull and exposes the brain. A round there has been... North winds stir the air. The seek star Raven just earned the bodyguard achievement. Yes, the great star and repulse on the Cat Ranger Madless the Bandit Cruiser. Congratulations. Best Play Robbie Pink. Hello Sky Blue. Cat Guest 410. Star sings the bodyguard theme song star. Best Play Sky Blue. Hello Robbie Pink. How are you?
Yo.
Best Play Robbie Pink. I'm very well, thank you. And how are you?
Yeah.
Yes, the glamour and purple. Hello Sky Blue. Blank. Chief what? To set an item. Butcher what? You retrieve a horribly malformed quartz knife from your leather pouch inscribed with tribal marking. You begin butchering the corpse of a brown hare. You remove some thick sinew from the corpse and set it aside. Your butchering yields a chunk of raw rabbit meat. You pick up a chunk. You put a chunk of raw rabbit. You head east. Prairie Road at WLDPL. You head southeast. Prairie Road at W. You head southeast. Prairie Road. Fork at WLDPL GR semi-arid. You also notice a burning large black wrought iron brazier. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path. West. Northwest road. North. Northeast river road bridge. East. Southeast. Southwest. South road. Travel time. 3 seconds. A light breeze blows through the area. A brief respite from the snowfall is followed by a flurry of snowflakes. And if the weather were redoubling its efforts, you feel fully rested. A light snow continues to fall.
The sound capture. I don't know how to get this. I would appreciate this.
Snowflakes drift down lightly from the sky.
I set up my stuff using the other configuration, which is the window. Yes.
F gray sky blue. I'm okay and only end. Desktop. Notification. Action. Running app. MUSH. File Explorer. Google Chrome. OBS Studio. Task switcher list. OBS to.
Let me do that.
Lights no continue. OBS Studio. Start win. On 64. Desktop. Notification. Running applet. MUSH. File Explorer. Clock bundle. Taskbar. Running applet. MUS. Google Chrome. OBS Studio. Task switcher list. OBS Studio 20. On 64. Start recording checkbox out. Start. Scene transitions with. Transition up. Audio mixer window. Pane.
Yeah.
Sources window. List. Audio output capture to row 1 column 1.
Audio output capture.
Audio input capture 3 row 3. TSP grammar and purple. Audio mixer window. Pane. Scene transitions window. Transition down combo box cut. Add configurable transition button. Add audio mixer window. Pane. Lights no continues. Adobe ends out.
Right. There's audio mixer right here. Let's see, hold on.
On 64. Unhide all. Vertical layout check. Advanced audio. Unhide all. Advanced audio properties alt plus A.
Okay, advanced audio properties. Let me see here.
On 64.
I'm going to advanced audio properties.
And refresh it from the snow. Close enter button. Spin button 0. Checkbox not checked. Spin button 0. And combo box monitor off. 1 checkbox check. 2 checkbox. 3 checkbox. 4 checkbox. 5 check. 6 checkbox. Spin button. Checkbox not checked. Spin button minus 17.8. Check. Slider 50. Spin button 0. And combo box monitor off. 1 checkbox. 2 check. 1. And spin. Slider 50. Spin button 0. Slider 50. Checkbox not checked. Spin button minus 17. Minus 7. Minus 14.4. Minus 14. Minus 11 point. Minus 11 point. Minus 7. Minus 3.1. Minus 2.
Okay, how's this?
1.7. 1. 2. 4. 4.2. 4.3. 4.8. 8.1. 6 check. 5 check. 4 check. 3. 2. 1. And combo box. Spin button 0. Checkbox not checked. Spin button 0. Close enter. Active sources only checkbox checked. Pane. 6 checkbox check. Pane. Act. Close enter button.
Yeah, check back up. Check back up.
Snowflakes fall slowly and steadily to the earth. A cloudy arriving from the north.
Way back. Way back.
Desktop. Running applet. MUSH client. MUSH blank.
Alright, now back to content.
Query mode. Fork out WLDPLGR semi-arid cold. Light snow fog. Out. Southwest. Northeast. Obvious map. Also here. A cloudy lightly wounded. Snow covered. Clock. Blank. Check the health of boom. Up. Check the. A cloudy ends north. Clock. Edit. You head north. Parse. Help. Look. Put meat in. Look. Health cloudy. You look over a cloudy for any obvious wounds. Its neck is scraped. Its left foreleg is lightly damaged. Its right hind leg is lightly damaged. Its left hind leg is scraped. Its right forefoot is scraped. Its right hind foot is scraped. Its left hind foot is scraped. Its chest is scraped. Its abdomen is scraped. You feel fully rested. Cloudy saw you hide. Your hiding spot is. You remove an untreated gray linen bandage from the leather pouch inscribed with tribal mark. You put a inscribed. You put an untreated hand. Inscribed. You remove an a cloudy head. A cloudy head southwest. You remove an. You head southwest. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. Attack what? E.
Good.
A light snow continues to fall.
Good. Did not work.
Desktop. Running application. MUS. Google Chrome 1 run. OBS Studio. Task. OBS Studio. OBS Studio. On 64. OBS Studio. And configure. Controls window. Start streaming. Start. Studio mode checkbox. Settings button. Exit button. Transition. Settings button. Gentle wind flow through the area. Exit button. Transition button. 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 Slider 0. Cut menu button submit. Fade 300 M. Audio mixer window. Properties for audio input capture 2 button. Volume slider for audio input capture 2. Percent 2 slider for. Mute audio input capture. Properties for audio output capture button. Mute. Volume. Properties for audio input capture 2 button. On 64C slash program. Lock volume. Unhide all. Hide. Rename. Copy filters. Paste filter. Vertical layout. Filter. A light token. Advanced audio property out. Lock volume. Unhide all. On 60. Volume slider for audio input. 4096. 4095. 4094. 4000. Mute audio input capture 2. Checkbox not checked. Properties for audio output capture button. Volume slider for audio output cap. 4000. Mute audio out. Properties for audio input capture button. Volume slider for audio input cap. Mute audio input capture checkbox. Properties for video. Volume slider for video. Mute video cap. Properties for mic slash aux button. Volume slider. Mute mic slash aux checkbox not checked. Volume slider 2088. 2100. 2140. 2000. Volume slider for 2160. 2000. 2211. 2000. 2000. 2278.
Okay, how about this?
A light snow continues to fall. Mute mic slash aux checkbox not checked. Desktop link. Notification. Running app. MUSH client 1 running window. MUSH client.
Okay, click back.
Blank.
Alright.
Blank. Blank. A breeze blows through. Sparse grassland out WLDPL GRDT semi-arid cold. You head east. Prairie Road. Fork out WLDPL GR semi-arid. You feel fully rested. The chill in your bones has withdrawn. And refreshed from the snowfall is followed by a flurry of snowflakes, and if the weather were redoubling its efforts, charging battery, 59%. Blank. You head northwest. Wait 1 second before you are able to travel again. You head northwest. Prairie Road up. You head into a thoroughfare. You head west. You head southwest. You head west. You head northwest. Taruka. Town-gate up here. You head southeast. You can't go that way. You head west. You head east. You head northwest. Taruka. You climb over a rock. Engage in glorious battle. Engage. You attack an infested guard with your buff. Attack an infested guard with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe 6 plus 24 hack damage to the chest. Barely deflected by the rest. Concussive force of the blow crushes shield arm. 8 crush damage to the left arm. An infested guard attacks you with his copper shield. You attack an infested guard with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe 6 plus 27 hack damage to the right leg. Barely deflected by some labeler breeze. The last of the snow on your person has fallen off or melted. You attack an infested guard with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe 6 plus 16 hack damage to the chest. Barely deflected by labeler cuirass. Hand axe 6 plus 74 hack damage to the chest. Barely deflected by labeler cuirass. Jagged gash in the chest exposes vital organs. An infested guard has been defeated. You are splattered with blood. Attack what? Light winds stir the air. fully rested.
Trying to make it happen. Yeah, I turned the microphone down to the front. It doesn't go by 100, it goes 1000. Yes, I went specifically for audio. Let me turn it up more.
OBS Studio. On 64. Mute mic slash aux. Check. Volume slider for mic slash aux. Percent 2000. 2300. 2400. 2000.
Alright, turn it up to 3000. 3000. I'm turning it up to 3000.
2600. 2006.
But the maximum will be too much, right?
2800. 2008.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it to 3500.
2900. 2900. 2900. 3100. 3000. 3200. 3000. 3300. 3000. 3000. 3000. 3399. 3400. MUSH climb. No category. No category selected. No category selected. MUSH. No. Yes button out. No button out.
Log back in because sometimes when the window changes, it can get a little bit weird.
Desktop list. Running application. Google Chrome 1 running. OBS Studio. Google Chrome 1 running window. Desktop list. This PC to unfer.
Alright, let me log back in.
This PC. Desktop. Docu. Items. Custom. Clock.
Okay, because
Items. Mine 6 of. MUSH.
Stuff for the computer, at least for me.
MUS. Welcome back, Meryl. If you have. You can southwest, Tar. You can go that. You can southwest, Taruka, Town Avenue after DT. You can go that. You can go that. You can south, Tar. You can go that. You can go. An infested hound arrives. You can. Prepare for engage in glorious battle. An infested hound moves in toward you. You notice an infested. An infested. An infested cat. Attack what? Clock bundle. Clock bundle. Items newly. MUSH. On 60. OBS 2. Volume slider. 3000. 3000. You beautiful. 3000. 3500. 3000. 3,600. 3,600. 3,711. 3,806. 3,886. 3,000. 3,990. 3,000. 4,036. 4,000. 4,095. 4,000. 4,000. Mute mic slash aux. Checkbox. Properties for desktop audio button. Volume slider for desktop audio. Percent to slider 2080. Mute desktop. Sources window. List. Checkbox checked. Checkbox out. Checkbox checked. Checkbox out. An infested guardsman arrives. Checkbox out checked. Scenes window. Sources window. List. Audio input capture 3 row 3 column 1. An infested. MUSH. No category. No category selected. An infested guard. You prepare for battle. You attack an infested guardsman with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe 6 plus 18 half damage to attack an infested. Attack an infested with your buff river steel hand axe. Concussive force of the blow crushes shield arm. 10 crush damage to the left arm. Attack what? You feel fully rested. No category selected. No category selected. Desktop. Running MUSH client. Desktop. Running MUSH client. MUSH. Battle. Output. Clock. Edit multi-line. Battle. MUSH no button alt plus N. Microsoft Word. Desktop list. This PC to unfill.
I hate OneDrive because I don't even use it. OneDrive sucks.
This PC. Desktop. Docu. Items. Clock. Items view list. Docs out. Much clock. MUSH.
One thing
MUSH. Welcome back. Desk. Running application. MUSH. MUSH. Start win. You notice an infested cat moved stealthily. NVDA C web. Microsoft Edge. An infested cat springs from desktop list. Notification. Actions. Infested cat springs MUSH climb. File Explorer 1 running. You feel fully rested. You feel fully rested. An infested cat attacks you. Taskbar. You feel fully rested. You notice an infested. An infested cat springs from desktop list. Running application MUSH. An infested. Loading NVDA. Please wait. Infested cat springs from hiding to attack. An infested cat attacks you with its teeth. You feel fully well. Desktop list. Task view bar. Notification. MUSH climbed one running window buttons. MUSH blank. Slash up blank. You feel fully well. Prepare to engage in glorious battle. You attack an infested cat with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe 5 plus 43 half damage plus 2. Invalid. Ignore. Taruka. Prepare to engage in glorious battle. You attack an infested cat with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe 5 plus 93 half damage to the head. Brutal strike cleaves the skull and exposes the brain. You find the... You head south. You are a rank 10 member of the Udemy branch of Tsigayan and have earned 265.615 points toward your neck. You head north. You head northwest. Oh. You climb over a thick wood. You head north, Taruk. You head down a... You head... You head... You head east. You can't go... You can't... You head... You head east. You swing your... You prepare to engage in this battle. You attack an infested... An infested brigand attacks you with... Attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus 30 half damage to the chest. An infested brigand attacks you with unarmed strikes. You attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus 30. You attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel hand axe. An infested brigand attacks you. Attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. Disarm. Disarm wouldn't have much effect. Infested brigand attacks you with his unarmed strikes. You stomp your foot at an infested brigand. 5 plus 1 crush damage. You prepare to engage in this battle. You attack an infested brigand with your... Wait 3 seconds. Queuing following command. Trip. An infested brigand attack. You prepare to engage in this battle. You attack an infested brigand. An infested brigand no longer appears stunned. An infested brigand... Attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus... Fatigue. None hunger. Slightly hungry. You are suffering no significant... You find 100. You find 84 real on the corpse. You are carrying 255 real. Your leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings also contains 1277 real. You... Easy real is now enabled. To use it. You put a small pile of real. You are carrying 0 real. Your leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings also contains 1532 real. You can... You can... You can't... You can north. You can... You... You can... You can south. Concord. Main deck outer temperate. You also notice a weather beaten bronze cover closed. Obvious. You head west. Concord. Main deck outer temperate. You also notice a bronze ship ladder. A copper-headed mace. A worn walnut strong box closed. And a worn furlock box closed. Obvious pass. West. Concord. Navigation room inner. Upbeat. You head through a wood door reinforced with... You swing your buff river steel hand axe toward an infested brigand's right. You stomp your foot. You prepare to engage into a battle. You attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus 5 star 20 half damage to the chest. Brigand ink with hand axe plus 5 star 41 half damage. An infested brigand picks up a copper-headed face. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. Prepare to engage in glorious battle. You... Attack what? You find 150 real on the corpse. You put a small pile of... You are carrying 0 real. Your leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings also contains 1682 real. You head through a wood door. Concord. Main deck outer. You head east. You can't go that way. Climb what? You look around for... You head west, Concord. You move in toward an infested brigand but... You swing your buff river steel... Wait 1 second, queuing following command. Wait 1 second, queuing following command. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. You attack an... An infested brigand no longer appears stunned. An infested brigand stands up. You attack an infested brigand with your weapon. Wait 3 seconds. Queuing following command. Faint. An infested brigand stands. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. You attack an infested brigand with your buff river. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. Arm. You swing your buff river steel hand axe to. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. Foot. You stomp. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. You attack an infested brigand with your buff river. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. Faint. Prepare to engage in glorious battle. You attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus 5 star 15 hack damage. You find 125 real. You put a small pouch. You are carried in 0 realm. Your leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings also contains 1,807 realm. You head west. You swing your buff river steel. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. Trip. Prepare to engage in glorious battle. You attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus 5 star attack damage to the head, barely deflected by a thick leather cap. Wait 3 seconds. Queuing following command. Trip. You get touch with an infested brigand. Wait 1 second. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. You attack an infested brigand no longer appears stunned. Gentle wind blows through the area. You attack an infested brigand with your. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. Trip. An infested. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. You attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel hand axe. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. Faint. Wait 1 second. Following command. Wait 2 seconds. Following. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. An infested brigand no longer appears stunned. You attack an infested. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. An infested brigand no longer appears stunned. An infested brigand stands up. Attack an infested brigand with your buff river steel hand axe. Hand axe 4 plus 14 damage to the chest, somewhat deflected by brigand. An infested brigand tries reaching for. Attack. You find. Loot what? Very what? You are carrying 77 real. You put a small pile of real in the leather pack. Contour. Obvious. Mace X2. You also notice some real, the corpse of Neos and a copper-headed. Blank, blank. You gather 81 realm from the ground. You prepare to grab Neos. You may stop. You head down a sturdy wood gang. Wait 7 seconds. Queuing following command. S. You head south, dragging the corpse of Neos. Taruka, trail out the LDRF. You are holding a buff river steel hand axe in your right. D. The thick wooden gate isn't closed, so it probably isn't locked. You head through a thick wooden gate, dragging the corpse of Neos. Taruka, river access out. You see Neos. He is about 6.5 feet tall and appears to be youthful. He has straight short black hair. His face is concealed by a brass-banded blue leather brace helm. His skin is olive and his body's build is muscular. His left eye is scraped. His head is scraped. His back is scraped. His chest is lightly damaged. His abdomen is lightly damaged. His right arm is scraped. His left arm is severely damaged. His right hand is scraped. His left hand is scraped. His right leg is scraped. His left leg is lightly damaged. His right foot is scraped. His left foot is scraped. He is holding a slender iron greatsword with a twisted dark steel crossguard in his right hand. An infested cat springs from height. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. You can't do that while grabbing something. You can't do that while grabbing something. An infested cat attacks you with its teeth. You stop grabbing. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. You notice an infested cat quietly slip into a hiding spot, and it... Attack what? You prepare to grab. Wait 1 second. Queuing following command. E. You can't go up. You can't go up. You head southeast, dragging the corpse of Neos. Taruka, town commons, outer temperate. You also notice the corpse of Neos. Obvious path, northwest, northeast, southeast, south, southwest, and infest. You stop. You prepare to enter the forest battle. You attack an infested cat with your river steel hand axe. R. Attack what? You find no room to loot on the corpse of an infested cat. You prepare to grab Neil. Wait 1 second. Queuing following Wait 1 second. Queuing following You open a wooden plank. You head through a wooden plank gate, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Engage. An infested carrier attacks you with his clone. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. Attack an infested carrier with your river steel hand axe. Attack an infested carrier with your river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus. You find 41 real on the corpse of an infested. You put a top. You prepare to grab Neil. Wait 1 second. Queuing following command. C. You head southeast, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Taruka, thoroughfare out PLDRFLDT temp. Wait 3 seconds. Queuing following command. E. You head east, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Top. You stop grabbing the corpse of Neil. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. Infested raccoon trying to attack. An infested raccoon attacks you with its teeth. You attack an infested raccoon with your river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus 5 star 31 hack damage to the right hind leg. Hand axe plus 5 star 57 hack damage to the left hind leg. You attack an infested raccoon with your river steel hand. You prepare to grab Neil. You may. Wait 1 second. Queuing following command. Knee. You head northeast, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Taruka, thoroughfare out PLDRDT temperate. You also notice the corpse of Neil. Obvious path. Northwest shallow. East, southwest. You head east, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Taruka, thoroughfare out PLDRDT temperate. You also notice the corpse of Neil. Obvious path. West, northeast. Wait 3 seconds. Queuing following command. Knee. You head northeast. You venture out into the wilderness. You drag the corpse of Neil off into the wilderness. Prairie road out WLDPLDR temperate. You also notice the corpse of Neil. Wait 1 second. Queuing following command. C. You head south. You head southeast, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Prairie road, fork out WLDPLDR semi-arid. You also notice a burning large black wrought iron brazier and the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path. You put your river steel hand axe in your chocolate. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Prairie road out WLDPLDR semi-arid. You also notice the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path. North road, west, northwest, northeast, east. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Prairie road out WLDPLDR semi-arid. You also notice the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path. North road, west. Wait 1 second. Queuing following command. S. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Prairie road out WLDPLDR semi-arid. You also notice a crude sign. Some unfinished wood. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. S. You head south, grab. Wait 7 seconds. Queuing following command. Get meat. A quiet hissing can be heard and a hot wind breezes through the mouth of the trees. Snowflakes fall slowly and steadily to the earth. You remove a spiced strip of bison meat from. You eat your spiced strip of bison meat, finishing it off in one go. The flavor is enhanced by a hint of pepper and salt. You head south, grabbing the corpse. Wait 1 second. Queuing following command. S. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Conifer forest road out WLDFRDT semi-arid. You also notice a burning pair of large black wrought iron braziers fixed in place by large bands and the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thick. You can't go that way. You head into a canyon, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Reed Rock Canyon, entry outside RKCL semi-arid. You also notice the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path. South, the wilderness. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Reed Rock Canyon outside RKCL semi-arid. You also notice a deep green painted wagon and the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path. North, southwest. You head southwest, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Reed Rock Canyon outside RKCL semi-arid. You also notice a pink painted sail stall and the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Also here, a coalition guard heavily armored. You head west, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Reed Rock Canyon outside RKCL semi-arid. You also notice the remains of a destroyed gate and the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path. East, southeast. You head southeast, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Red Rock Canyon outside RKCL semi-arid. You also notice the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path, northwest, south. Snowflakes fall. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Red Rock Canyon, town approach outside RKCL semi-arid. You also notice the corpse of Neil. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path. You head into a sturdy wooden gatehouse, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Shad guard, gatehouse inner. You also notice the corpse of Neil. Also here, a sharp-eyed musketeer, a coalition guard, heavily armored, X4, a light iron-armored Templar, face concealed, heavily armored, a tall iron-armored Templar, face concealed, heavily armored, standing watch and a saddle marked 10 and red bloodhound, obvious head. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Shad guard, main street outer semi-arid. You also notice the corpse of Neil. There are some homes here. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path, north, east, south, light wind. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Shad guard, main street outer semi-arid. You also notice the corpse of Neil. There are some homes here. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Also here, a brindle warhorse, snow covered. Obvious path, west, north. You wait 9 seconds. Queuing following command. W. The chill in your bones has withdrawn completely. Raven arrives from the north. Raven heads east. Snowflakes fall slowly and steadily to the earth. You head west, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Shad guard, west row outer arcade semi-arid. You also notice a party pavilion and the corpse of Neil. There are. Wait 3 seconds. Queuing following command. E. You head east, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Shad guard, town commons gathering spot outer semi-arid. You also notice a scroll-shaped sign, a wooden storage crate closed, a large postboard new post, a placard fixed to a large. You feel fully rested. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Shad guard, old south road outer semi-arid. You also notice the corpse of Neil. There are some homes here. The area is covered in a thin layer of snow. Obvious path, northwest, north. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Shad guard, old south road outer arcade semi-arid. You also notice the corpse of Neil. You head into an arch, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Church of Light, chapel inner arcade. You also notice a wall-mounted poor box, closed, and the corpse of Neil. Also here, a young acolyte, obvious exit, east, south, out, snowing. The chill in your bones has withdrawn complete. You head south, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Church of Light, corridor inner arcade. You also notice the corpse of Neil. Obvious exit, north, east, south. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. E. You head east, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Church of Light, crypt, corridor inner CV arcade. You also notice the corpse of Neil. Obvious exit, west, east. Wait 2 seconds. Queuing following command. E. You head east, grabbing the corpse of Neil. Church of Light, crypt, monk, soul beacon, inner CV arcade. You also notice some corpses. Obvious exit, west. You stop grabbing the corpse of Neil. The last of the snow on your person has fallen off or melted. Shad guard, 2. Shad guard. F. Gray Blue Silver. There was a corpse at Concord. I grabbed it to Shad guard. The following users are connected to the chat channel. Clearwater, Guest 410, Honey Rainbow, Tris and Fabulous. Switching to. You also notice some corpses. F. Also F. No message. F. Gray Blue Silver. There was a corpse at Concord. I grabbed it to Shad guard. F. Gray Rosy Pink. Who was it? B. F. Gray Blue Silver. Don't know what his name was. Never met him before. He wasn't even that badly hurt. I guess the pain was too much for him. I mean, his left arm is broken to shite, but it could have been a lot worse. You remove a cloth poultice. You apply your cloth poultice to your untreated. The other left arm is bandaged. Blank. Gray blue silver. Don't know what his name was. Never met him before. He wasn't even that badly hurt. I guess the pain was too much for him. I mean, his left arm is broken to shite, but it could have been a lot worse. Gray rosy pink. I don't know if you have to drag him to the church. It kind of sounds like the worst had happened. N H Gray blue silver, sure, but it doesn't seem too bad of a death compared to the things I've seen. At least his chest wasn't caved in. Gray blue silver, sure, but it doesn't seem too bad of a death compared to the things I've seen. At least his chest wasn't caved in. W. You look over Neil's for any obvious wounds. His left eye is scraped. His head is scraped. His back is scraped. His chest is lightly damaged. His abdomen is lightly damaged. His right arm is scraped. His left arm is severely damaged. Bandaged. His right hand is scraped. His left hand is scraped. His right leg is scraped. His left leg is lightly damaged. His right foot is scraped. His left foot is scraped. You retrieve. You retrieve an untreated gray linen bandage from your leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings. Neil's is L O N. But that isn't wounded. You retrieve an untreated gray. You retrieve an untreated gray linen bandage from your. You retrieve. You retrieve an You retrieve M L L. But that has already been bandaged. You retrieve M. You retrieve an untreated gray linen bandage from your leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings. Neil's left hand is bandaged. You have the following items. An untreated gray linen bandage in a leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings, X5, in total. You look over Neil. M. You must specify which You retrieve You retrieve an But that isn't wounded. You look over Neil's for any obvious wounds. His left eye is scraped, bandaged. His head is scraped, bandaged. His back is scraped. His chest is lightly damaged, bandaged. His abdomen is lightly damaged, bandaged. His right arm is scraped, bandaged. His left arm is severely damaged, bandaged. His right hand is scraped, bandaged. His left hand is scraped, bandaged. His right leg is scraped, bandaged. His left leg is lightly damaged, bandaged. His right foot is scraped, bandaged. His left foot is scraped, bandaged. You retrieve an untreated gray rosy pink. This morning I've my flintlock out. You head north, Church of Light. You head out, camp. You head north, camp guard, town commons gathering spot out. Camp guard, town commons. All west, western Clearwater. How do you lead a horse while pulling a hand cart? Raven arrives from the east. Great S. Gray rosy pink. This morning I've my flintlock out. Gray blue silver. T-hat stood. Space. Your hands are empty. You are wearing a small clear crystal pendant, a red cotton neckerchief, a leather-bound shoulder powder horn, a dense leather great cloak, a thick white wool shirt, a leather belt inscribed with tribal markings, a chocolate leather half frog carrying a You are carrying 81 realm. Your leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings also contains 1925 realm. You must be holding the very large pile of realm before you can. You put a small pile of realm in the leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings that You gather 80 realm. A light snow continues to fall. You head northeast. You head into the infirmary. Shamgard Infirmary. You detach up. You cannot use order now with items that require customization. You hand over 80 will and purchase 40 untreated white linen bandages, which you put into your leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings. You attach a leather pouch inscribed with fatigue, fully rested, hunger, slightly hungry, your chest is scraped, your left arm is scraped. You retrieve an untreated white. Wait 1 second. Viewing following command. Bend my left arm. You. First aid determines your skill at treating and tending injuries, such as using bandages to dress wounds or applying a splint to a fractured leg. First aid, 562.7531. The rest of the snow on your person has fallen off or melted. The healer Hildegard retrieves some brown herbs from various jars and begins applying. You head out. You head southwest. Shamgard, Market Street, Market. Shamgard, Town. Blank. The area is covered on the town hall. Large postboard, a wooden trash barrel, some closed, a large postboard, new posts, a placard fixed. Blank. This large wooden board has been placed here for use by the citizens of Shamgard to post public notices and requests. A large note at the top reads, "Vandals will be fined." You see the following unread posts on the large postboard. 1. Looking for a locksmith that will do in calls. Contact Sabra by mail. 2. Should contact Rosie Pink. Here she puts the customer first, every time. 3. Greetings all, I will be holding a small ceremony and celebration this night, beginning at around 7 bells post zenith. I hope you will join me for the ceremony and for the food and fellowship after, as we honor the beginning of the warmer months and the gifts of the year they bring. A brief respite from the snowfall is followed by a flurry of snowflakes, and if the weather were redoubling its efforts. Snowflakes drift down lightly from the by the Miley calendar, today is Lord's Day, 18th day of Markham of the year 1220. The time is approximately 5 bells and 1 chime. 7:18 March, 7:24 a.m. You head north. You head. You venture out into. Snowflakes drift down lightly from the sky. You feel fully rested. Move above river steel and you head north. Conifer for it. You head north. Conifer. Wait 1 second before you. Wait 1 second before you are able to travel again. You head north. Wait 1 second before you are able to travel again. You head north. Prairie Road out WLDP. Travel south. Obvious. Also here. A shabby bison snow covered. Clock. Blank. You feel fully rested. A shabby bison heads north. You prepare to engage it. You head north. Prairie Road. Fork out WLDP LGR semi-air. You feel S. S. Gray Rosie Pink. I need help. You are holding a buffed river steel hand axe in your right hand. You prepare to engage in glorious battle. Your left arm has completely healed under your bandages. Engage. You move in toward a shabby bison but are unable to get close enough. A shabby bison attacks you with its trampling boom. Attack a shabby bison with your buffed river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus 12 half damage to the right hind leg. A shabby bison. Attack a shabby bison with your buffed river steel. ESP grammar and purple with. A shabby bison attacks you with its trampling boom. The light snow continues to fall. You attack a shabby bison. Attack a shabby bison with your buffed river steel hand axe. Hand axe plus 14 half damage to the left hind leg. Hand axe Gray Rosie Pink. Well, reading to me, there's something written here, but I can't read it. Attack a shabby bison with your buffed river steel hand axe. Hand axe for plus 29 half damage to the left forelimb. A shabby bison attacks you with its trampling boom. You attack a shabby bison with your buffed river steel hand axe. Hand axe for plus. Snowflakes drift down lightly from the sky. You attack a shabby bison with your buffed river steel hand axe. Hand axe 6 plus 25 half damage to the chest. Hand axe 6 plus 46 half damage to the right forelimb. A shabby bison falls to the ground. A shabby bison is stunned. A shabby bison no longer appears. Fatigue, down hungry. Your chest is scraped. S. Gray Rosie Pink. In the graveyard near Shamgard. Snowflakes drift down lightly from the sky. Start window. Microphone. See web results. Microphone setup. System settings. Press right to switch. Settings. CN equals Microsoft Windows. Voice and grouping. Choose a voice combo box. Microsoft David Collab. Voice speed slider 50. Preview voice button. Manage voices group. Related settings. Hammer. Set it. Get hit. Give feedback group. Home bar. Speech language grouping. Choose the language you speak with your device combo box. English United States collapsed. Recognize non-native accents for this language. Checkbox not check. Microphone grouping. Get started button. Voices grouping. Choose a voice combo box. Microsoft. MUSH client blank. That's too heavy to grab. Maybe you could get some people to help you keep it into a cart or wagon. Massive and covered in a thick, shaggy brown coat and fur, the bison appears to be a beast nest not trifled with. Two wickedly sharp horns on either side of its head curved forward, ready to drive away any foolish enough to anger this creature. The corpse of a shaggy bison could be looted, or you could bury it. You could also try to skin and butcher it. Its right foreleg is severely damaged. Its left foreleg is lightly damaged. Its right hind leg is scraped. Its left hind leg is scraped. Its back is lightly damaged. Its chest is severely damaged. It is covered in snow. It is covered in blood. Light winds stir the air. A light snow continues to fall. You're feeling hungry. You set about washing yourself off in the nearby river. The blood has been washed from you. The dirt has been washed from you. Snowflakes fall slowly and steadily to the earth. You head south, dripping wet. Prairie Road out WLD. You head north, dripping wet. Prairie Road, Fork out WLDPLG. I. S. Gray Blue Silver. Anyone got a hand cart I can borrow for a second? I'm a bison I need to take to somewhere I have my backpack so that I can butcher it and cook. A cowbie arrives from the east. You seem to be more or less right off now. Snowflakes drift. S. Gray Blue Silver. Anyone got a hand cart I can borrow for a second? I'm a bison I need to take to somewhere I have my backpack so that I can butcher it and cook. Space. S. Gray Blue Silver. Oh, actually, never mind. You can stop. Wait 1 second before you S. Gray Rosy Pink. I don't think a bison will fit in the hand cart. Agree. You head south. Prairie. You eat your. You head south. Wait 2 seconds before you are able to travel again. Wait 2 seconds before you are able to. You can. You can. You can. The stable master sent. You remove. You sling up. You can north. You feel fully rested. Wait 1 second. You can north. Wait 1 second before you. Wait 2 seconds before you are able. Wait 1 second before you are able. The light snow continues to fall. Wait 1 second. The chill in your bones has withdrawn completely. You dismount from your milking. You remove. You head west. Sparse grassland out. You drop a horrid. You head east. You need an appropriate tool to butcher that with. Try a knife or dagger. You remove a wrist. You put on. Get butcher bison. Light snow continues to fall. You are splattered with blood. You are splattered with gore. You retrieve an exquisite iron tap. You continue butchering the partially. You continue butchering the partially butchered corpse of a shaggy bison. You continue butchering the partially butchered corpse of a shaggy bison. You continue butchering the partially butchered corpse of a shaggy. You continue butchering the partially butchered. You continue butchering the partial. You continue butchering the partial. The cow becomes west. You continue butchering the partially butchered corpse of a shabby bison. You remove a chunk of animal fat from the corpse and set it aside. Your butchering yields a chunk of raw bison meat. Like sturdy. You continue butchering the partially butchered corpse of a shabby bison. Your butchering yields a chunk of raw bison meat. You continue butchering the partially butchered corpse of a shabby bison. You continue butchering the partially butchered corpse of a shabby bison. You remove a chunk of animal fat from the corpse and set blank. Test gray blue silver. Damn, it was big. The light snow continues to fall. Oh, gee. You transfer 50 items from the ground into one canvas backpack. Gentle wind blows through the area, and brief respite from the snowfall is followed by a flurry of snowflakes, and if the weather were redoubling its efforts, test gray rosy pink. Well, yes, bison are big. A coyote arrives from the north. You feel fully rested. Snowflakes fall slowly and steadily to the earth. The cow becomes east. A brief respite from the snowfall is followed by a flurry of snowflakes, and if the weather were redoubling its efforts, a coyote arrives from the southeast. You are holding a buffed river steel hand axe in your right hand. Very low. Southwest, northeast, hungry. Wounded, snow-covered. Tail snow-covered, a coyote snow-covered, and a coyote lightly. Also here, you know, the area is covered, chunk of animal fat extend and a length of sinew. You also notice a burning large black wrought iron brazier, a chunk of animal fat extend and a length of sinew. Clock, blank. The coyote heads north. You transfer 10 items from the ground into one canvas backpack. The coyote heads southeast. In the one canvas backpack you see some firestones, a wooden torch, a decrepit steel box closed, some soft grey wool gloves, a travel ration X12, a small paper packet open, an iron pan, a small mortar and pestle, some fresh arnica X2, some potent ground arnica, some average ground arnica X2, some average ground euro root X2, some inferior ground euro root, some fresh Italy, a wool package, a scrap of wool, a chunk of raw bison meat X15 and a chunk of animal fat X10. There is a little bit of room left in the one canvas backpack. Snowflakes drift down lightly from the sky. Snowflakes drift down lightly from the sky. File submit. You can wait 1 second before. Wait 1 second before you. Wait 1 second before you are able to travel again. Wait 1 second before you are. Wait 2 seconds before you are able to travel. Wait 2 seconds before. Wait 2 seconds before you are able to travel. Wait 2 seconds before you are able to travel. Wait 1. Your feet. You can. You venture out into the wilderness. Wooded mountains roam out WLDFRMTRK. You can. You can run. You can beast riding a boat. You can beast riding a boat. You feel fully rested. You can You head into a grey and white stone building. Hidden communal kitchen shop dinner. You also notice a wooden used jar bin. Obvious egg. You remove E. You manage to cut the chunk of raw rabbit meat into 3 strips. Get chunk meat. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 2 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You remove a chunk of raw. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 2 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 2 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips, carefully placing them on the floor. Get chunk meat. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. You manage to cut the chunk of raw bison meat into 3 strips. Get what? Blank. You transfer 45 items from the ground into one canvas backpack. You remove an iron pen from the one canvas backpack. You set. You transfer 20 items from your one canvas backpack. You need to be holding the You drop an iron pen. B. Space. D. E. You remove a small paper packet from the one. Get what? Get sent from pack blank. You remove a. You put a pinch of. You remove some crushed red pepper from the. That won't fit in there. You put some crushed red pepper in the small paper packet that you are. You put a small paper packet. You pick up an iron pan with your right. You hold your iron pan over a burning open stone oven. You are studying to the maximum 3 skills. Cooking 5.140.2572 studying 48,535 sec. Practice 0.33. Herbalism 58.9196 studying. In the iron pan you see a spiced strip of bison meat X12, a charred mess X7 and a spiced strip of rabbit meat. The iron pan barely has any room left in it. You set the from container to pan. You set the You transfer 7 items from you. You dispose of a charred mess. You dispose of a S3 rosy pink, amaranth purple. You dispose of a charred mess. You dispose of a charred mess. Berry what? You set the from. You set the drawstring doveskin pouch is closed. Cutie meat. Tuck on pouch. Pouch H blank. You set the container to pouch 2. QT meat. You transfer 30 items from your iron pen into a leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings. Yes, the grammar and purple, yes. You set. You set. You transfer 20 items from you. You drop an iron pen. You remove a small paper packet from the worn canvas backpack you are wearing with your right hand. Yes, the grammar and. You put a pinch of salt in the iron pen. You put a small. You pick up an iron pen with your. You hold your iron pen over a burning open stone oven. You are now done learning cooking. You feel you have practiced the cooking skill enough on your own for your previous studies to sink in, and you may now receive additional training in it. F. Gray Rosy Pink. Oh, do you have time to collect something from me? Yes, the grammar and purple. I was about to rest. I was stopping by Haven to return the cart. In the iron pen you see a sliced strip of bison meat X16 and a charred mess X4. The iron pen barely has any room left. You transfer. You dispose. You dispose. You dispose. You dispose. You set. You transfer 60 items from your iron pen into a leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings. You set the. You set the container to pen. You transfer 5 items from your worn canvas backpack. You drop an iron pen.
4.
You remove some crushed red pepper. Invalid command. You put some crushed red. You remove a pinch of salt from. S. You put a. You put a. You pick. You hold your iron pen over a burning open stone oven. You set the container to pouch. Top on A blank. You set the container to pouch 2. You try to transfer some of the count. You set the QT meat. You transfer 2 items from your iron pen into a leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings. Oh. You set. You transfer 3 items from your. You dispose of it. You dispose of a charred map. You put an out. The drawstring skin pouches. In the leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings you see a flask of emberbright oil, a feather quill, a pale grey gold bordered vellum scroll, a loaf of honey oat bread X2, a very large pile of real, a sliced strip of bison meat X34, a cloth poultice X9, an untreated grey linen bandage X2, an untreated white linen bandage X38 and a sliced strip of rabbit meat. The leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings is almost completely full. You remove a sliced strip of bison meat from the leather pouch. You eat your sliced strip of bison meat, finishing it off in one go. The flavor is enhanced by a hint of pepper and salt. Your hands are empty. You are wearing a small clear crystal pendant, a red cup. Haven communal kitchen shop dinner. Thick dappled grey and white stone make up this oval room. 2 large stone number ovens and a massive number hearth dominate the northern area of the room, and a long number bench sits at a butcher number block used for food preparation. The area is completely silent. The area is warmed by a burning massive stone hearth. You also notice a wooden used jar bin. Obvious exits. East out. Not charging battery. 98%. Charging battery, 98%. Not charging battery, 98%. Charging battery, 98%. Haven communal. You can. Wait 1 second. You set the. You set the. You can't do that while riding a mount. You dismount from your QT tab. You transfer 10 items from your worn canvas backpack into a large ash crate. The package is empty. You sell the commodities in your worn canvas backpack to a buyer for 52 real. But that is closed. You've set the up P52. You put a small pile of real in the leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings that you. You sling a worn canvas backpack over your shoulder. In the worn canvas backpack you see some firestones, a wooden torch, a decrepit steel box closed, some soft grey wool gloves, a travel ration X12, a small mortar and pestle, a wool package, a scrap of wool, a small paper packet open, and an iron pan. There is some room left in the worn canvas backpack. Oh. You transfer 12 items from your worn canvas backpack into a large ash crate. You can beast, riding a bulky brindle warhorse with a braided mane and tail. General skills, climbing 23.3077, perception 242.0437, riding 152.4919, practice 0.56, stealth 166.9752, swimming 10.112, practice 1.90, survival skills, cooking 143.8882, fire kindling 13.2942, first aid 562.7531, herbalism 58.9196, studying 4 HR, practice 2.27, combat skills, archery 117.8751, armor use 926.7503, rolling 151.6814, chained weapons 36.6692, daggers 20.2822, practice 0.65, dodge 465.6831, firearms 122.1464, hefted weapons 550.5045, hurl weapon 2.8982, marksmanship 205.4139, melee 1113. S. Grey Rolly Pink. Oh, say, learn, say, speaking to you, Zoe exclaims, hello. You say, hi. You say, and tail, Zoe a petite ebon hair, Zoe dismounts from her sleek white warhorse with a flowing mane. Clock, blank. N. You say, I butchered the bison and cooked it. You say, speaking to you, Zoe exclaims, how's it going? Did you have success with the bison? Oh, sounds like you did. You say, it was my first time killing one on my own without getting hit. Speaking to you, Zoe exclaims, now you a fierce bison hunter. You retrieve an untreated white linen bandage from your leather pouch inscribed with tribal marking. Fatigue, fully rested, hunger, slightly hungry, you are suffering no significant wounds. Your hands are empty. You are wearing a small clear crystal pendant, a red cotton neckerchief, a leather-bound shoulder powder horn, a worn canvas backpack, a dense... You say not speaking to you. Zoe exclaims, I imagine you'll be hunting many more bison in the coming days. You say not so fierce with the flintlock. I'm fearing. Could be a lot better shooting things. Space. Your hands are empty. You are wearing a small clear crystal pendant. You open a feathered suede bolster. You see nothing particularly unusual about the flintlock revolver. It is loaded with powder. It is loaded with a lead shot. It is loaded with an exquisite lead shot. It is loaded with a 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 lead shot. Speaking to you, Zoe exclaims, I've been using my flintlock today. Zoe removes the snub-nosed cobalt flintlock with a pearl handle from her velvety shardling fur satchel. Zoe waves her snub-nosed cobalt flintlock with a pearl handle around. A crier can be heard shouting. A monk of the Church of Light has arrived at our infirmary to perform healings. Bring the injured and wounded. Zoe shows you her snub-nosed cobalt flintlock with a pearl handle. There is nothing special about the snub-nosed cobalt flintlock with a pearl handle. Zoe carefully examines the snub-nosed cobalt flintlock with a pearl handle. You ask, how do you manage to get that? Comma. You say, the shops don't sell things in cobalt like that. I doubt it. But you're already mounted. You remove it. You carefully examine a flintlock revolver. You see nothing particularly unusual about the flintlock revolver. It is loaded with powder. It is loaded with a lead shot. It is loaded with an exquisite lead shot. It is loaded with a 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 lead shot. It is a small item, mainly made of steel. It is a type of flintlock firearm, capable of doing bludgeon damage. It can be used to fire shots. Its effectiveness dependent on your firearm's skill. You will need to load it with powder and shot before you can use it. It appears to be in good repair. It appears to be of average quality. Zoe exclaims, it's not your average flintlock either. Have a closer inspection of it. Zoe offers to give you a snub-nosed cobalt flintlock with a pearl handle. You put your flintlock revolver in your feathered suede holster. You accept the offer and you carefully examine a snub-nosed cobalt flintlock with a pearl handle. You see nothing particularly unusual about the snub-nosed cobalt flintlock with a pearl handle. It is loaded with powder. It is loaded with an iron shot. It is a small item, mainly made of cobalt. It is a type of flintlock firearm, capable of doing bludgeon damage. It can be used to fire shots. Its effectiveness dependent on your firearm's skill. You will need to load it with powder and shot before you can use it. It appears to be in good repair. It appears to be of above average quality. You offer to give a snub-nosed cobalt. Yes. Y. O. Space. I. Space. Question. You ask, that's pretty cool. It's much better in its quality than what you can normally get. But why are you using a flintlock? Why do you know it fires only one shot? Your hands are empty. You are wearing a... You say, I hated using flintlocks for that reason. A strolling couple takes a moment to sit on a bench, people watching. Speaking to you, Zoe exclaims, has done a musket and carbine. Sometimes one shot is all you need, and I love the flintlock for that reason. D-O-O-G. You say, good point. You close a feathered suede bolster. A small... Oh. T. You say, wish I... Zoe exclaims, in the right hands, even a flintlock can be rather devastating. You say, wish I could get the flintlock decorated, but no artisan can do that. Only special tradesmen can make that happen. An elegantly dressed couple enters the inn, arm in arm. Your hands are empty. You are wearing a small clear crystal pendant, a red cup and necklace, a leather-bound shop. Speaking to you, Zoe says, hopefully one will show up sooner or later. I could use more custom guns. I only have 3. Zoe sighs. L. You say, definitely could use that. Then, I have none, but would love to adorn my weapon. Want to make it look nice considering all the real I paid for the damn thing. You say, definitely could use that. Then, I have none, but would love to adorn my weapon. Want to make it look nice considering all the real I paid for the damn thing. Speaking to you, Zoe says, hopefully one will show up sooner or later. I could use more custom guns. I only have 3. Speaking to you, Zoe asks, how much did you pay for yours? A small bird lands noiselessly on one of the heads. You say, 45,000. Zoe says, sounds about right. How much I paid for about, might as well. My musket and carbine wasn't far off either, and my other revolver. Zoe exclaims, think about spent nearly 200,000 for all my guns. I-K-M. Mo work. Mo Blank. You say, that's quite a bit. I thought about rebuilding my fortune the same way I built it in the first place, making lots of nails. It's a lot of work, though, and metal is not cheap. You say, that's quite a bit. I thought about rebuilding my fortune the same way I built it in the first place, making lots of nails. It's a lot of work, though, and metal is not cheap. Two doves land on the statue momentarily before taking off again. You say, that's quite a bit. Zoe exclaims, think about spent nearly two. Zoe says, sounds about right. How much I paid for about, minus well, my musket and carbine wasn't far off either, and my other revolver. Zoe exclaims, I don't think I could ever go and make a lot of nails. I'd get bored before I've even made two. G. Five, two. Drop in, what, nail, 200, nails, 240, 6,000. You say, they come in sets of 5, so I make them on occasion. Always get good amounts of room for selling relatively large loads to the market. Got 6,000 for 240 nails once, in bronze. Not charging battery, 100%. Speaking to you, Zoe asks, and how long did it take to make 240? Your hands are... You say, several days of hard work. Zoe exclaims, I see, I'll definitely not be taking up nail making, that's for certain. Connecting 4.obs to the window. Blank. Desktop list. Notifications. Running applet. MUSA. File Explorer 1 running. Google Chrome 1 run. OBS Studio. Task switcher alert recording checkbox not checked. Stop streaming checkbox checked. Desktop. Running applications to MUSH client 1. MUS. Blank. Blank. Zoe says, I'm just missing something of mithril and celestium, but I don't think I'd even get anything made from those materials. A small boy skips up to the statue, dragging his poor father behind him. Speaking to you, Zoe asks, do you have anything in Ephraim? missing something of mithril and celestium, but I don't think I'd even get anything made from those materials. A small boy skips up to the statue, dragging his poor father behind him. Speaking to you, Zoe asks, do you have anything in Nethriem? Blank. Dot FS. Comma. D-O-F-A-D. A single thing. You say, I'd love to get something in either of those materials, at least bloodless. I sold my bloodless dagger, mainly because I didn't use it for anything else but butchering animals, since that's not my main weapon, so I felt unworthy wielding it. Blank. You say, I'd love to get something in either of those materials, at least bloodless. I sold my bloodless dagger, mainly because I didn't use it for anything else but butchering animals, since that's not my main weapon, so I felt unworthy wielding it. Zoe says, I kind of dislike bloodless weapons. You say, I liked, Zoe exclaims, it cuts well, sure, but then it breaks. You say, I liked my dagger, it worked well, but I just didn't use it as was intended. I'd appreciate a bloodless sword, short or rapier. Your hands are empty. You are wearing a small clear crystal pendant, a red cotton neckerchief, a leather-bound shoulder powder horn, a worn canvas backpack, a dense leather greatcoat, a thick white wool shirt, a wrist sheath, a leather belt inscribed with tribal markings, a chocolate leather half frog carrying a buffed river steel hand axe, a feathered suede bolster, a drawstring doeskin pouch, a leather pouch inscribed with tribal markings, a pair of glow-sun dark grey wool trousers, and a pair of checkered forest green cotton socks. An elegantly dressed couple enters the inn, arm in arm. Zoe says, once damaged, it can't be repaired. Blank. D-O-O-L. N-O-O-L-B. Nuamic. You say, I know, that's the only thing wrong with bloodless, but it comes from Nuam, and I'm Nuamic. I-T. C. K-L. S-J. You say, I may, Zoe says, but bloodless can be mined here in the lands. You say, I may not practice sorcery like many of my race, but I'm just as Nuamic as they, just without the gift for such arts. You say, I know, but it's found commonly over there. It's rare to find here. You have. In the burnished leather saddle bags with thick steel buckled straps you see a well-crafted copper hand axe, an argent wool tunic with long bloused sleeves, a bulky iron breastplate, some silver-edged red rigid leather gauntlets, a quartz-studded well-crafted leather jacket, a pair of tight-laced dark brown leather shoes, a gleaming iron brace helm, a brass-banded steel-plated gorget, an average iron breastplate, some segmented iron greaves, some gleaming steel vambraces, a pair of sleek steel sabatons, and a pair of gleaming iron gauntlets. There is a little bit of room left in the burnished leather saddle bags with thick steel buckled straps. Zoe exclaims, right, I've never been to Newham, but I'll ever do. I'm probably going to die here. Zoe exclaims, well, I have before. You nod. But you're already mounted. Desk. No switcher list. OBS 2.25.0.064 bit with desktop. Running applic. MUSH. File X lock. Google Chrome 1 run. OBS 2. Task switcher list. OBS 2.25.0. OBS 64. Start recording. Stop stream button. Quick transitions button. Slider 0. Cut menu button sub menu. Fade 300 ms menu button sub menu. Program. Menu bar. File alt plus F. Edit alt plus E. No enter button. OBS 2. Microsoft OneDrive dialog. OneDrive isn't signed in. Please enter your signed info to start syncing again. OK button. Desktop. Running application. MUSH. File Explorer. Google Chrome 1 running window. Live streaming YouTube Studio Google Chrome. Live streaming. Clickable toggle button. Press hide stream key. Taskbar. An elegantly dressed couple enters the inn, arm in arm. Desktop list. This PC. Tab. No. Running application. MUS. File Explorer. OBS Studio. MUSH. OBS Studio 64-bit. OBS 64. OBS Studio. On the statue moment. Start win.